Guys, welcome back to Algebra 2. We're on lesson 16, multiplication and division of polynomials. This is going to look a lot like your 5th grade long division. So let's first refresh our memory with multiplying and distributing. When we multiply this binomial 2x plus 2 times this trinomial 3x squared plus or minus 5x plus 2, we have to distribute. First, we take this 2x term and multiply it times everything in that second trinomial. So we would get 6x cubed times the 3x squared. And then we have 2x times negative 5x, so that would be negative 10x squared. 2x times 2 is 4x. Now we come to the second part of the binomial 2 and we multiply it times everything in the trinomial. So 2 times 3x squared, 6x squared. 2 times negative 5x, negative 10x. And 2 times 2 is 4. Lastly, we simplify our answer by combining like terms. This is the only x cubed term. We have an x squared and an x squared that we can combine and get negative 4x squared. And we have an x term and an x term that we can combine and get negative 6x. And then we have this number that has no other number to combine with. That is multiplying polynomials. Here's another polynomial. You can take each term in this first trinomial and multiply it times the second, or you can switch them around and do the second, x minus 2, times the first, 3x squared minus 2x plus minus 2. So in other words, you could switch these around and you could use x minus 2 times 3x squared minus 2x minus 2, and all that does is give you 2 things to multiply instead of these 3 things to multiply. So if we took these 3 things and multiplied them, 3x squared times x is 3x cubed. 3x squared times negative 2 is negative 6x squared. Then we use this negative 2x times x, and that's negative 2x squared. Negative 2x times negative 2 is positive 4x. So we went first times first, and then times the second, and then we took this second term times the first and times the second, and now we're going to take this negative 2 times x and times negative 2. So negative 2 times x and negative 2 times negative 2. Again, we add like terms. There's only one x cubed term. Here's an x squared and an x squared. So we get minus 8x squared. Add the coefficients. We have this 4x and negative 2x. They give us 2x, and then the 4 doesn't have another like term. All right, let's go into division. You remember in 5th grade that if we divide a number by another number and it doesn't work out nice and neatly, we have to do long division. You take the big first number and you put it under that division bridge, and you take the divisor and put it out front. And now we have 49 divided by 12 written a different way. So then we think, how many times does 12 divide into 49? You can use your calculator to try to brainstorm some numbers. The biggest number 12 can go into is 48 without going past 49. 12 can go into 49 4 times with some left over. 4 times 12. 4 times 2 is 8, and 4 times 1 is 4. So we divide, put our answer, and then we multiply, and we put our answer, and then we subtract or add the opposite, and we have a remainder of 1. Now we did learn that you can put a decimal and lots of zeros until it plays out, or you can write R1, or what we're going to be using is taking this remainder and putting it over the divisor as a fractional answer. Now this is all review. Now we're going to take the same concept and use it with x's and polynomials. Here we have a trinomial divided by a binomial. The trinomial is larger, and so it is going to go under this division bridge. Before we begin dividing, we need to take each polynomial and write them in descending order. That means the exponents go down as you go to the next term. So this first polynomial should be rewritten as negative 2x squared plus 5x plus 2. Now my x's are descending. That one's squared, that's to the 1 power. There's no x here, or you can think of it as x to the 0 power. And we take the second binomial and write it in descending order. You have your x's and then you have your numbers. Now that they're in order, we can put them into our division algorithm. So our divisor, our smaller number, is x minus 4. And the large number that we're dividing into is negative 2x squared plus 5x plus 2. Now, how do we do this long division? Well, I'm glad you asked. First, we take this x minus 4 and think, how many times does it go into the first 2 terms? Negative x squared, 2x squared, plus 5x squared. I am pretending this negative 2 is not there or this positive 2 is not there for a minute. So if I had, I had 12 divided into 49 a minute ago, and to estimate, I could think, how many times does this first number go into this first number? And then I could try that as my answer. I do the same thing down here. How many times does this first x divide into this negative 2x squared, this negative 2x squared? Well, x divides into negative 2x squared, negative 2x times. And I can check that by multiplying negative 2x times x. But I want to multiply it times that whole thing, just like I did up here. I multiply the 4 times this whole 12, and then I get an answer. So I multiply this negative 2 times that whole thing, and I get an answer. Let me fix this. So negative 2x times x is indeed negative 2x squared. Negative 2x times negative 4 is positive 8x. Okay, up at the top, when we did 4 times 12 and we wrote our answer here, then we wrote the opposite and added, which is really subtracting. So down in this polynomial, I need to change all of this last phrase to opposite. Opposite, opposite. Everything is opposite. Then I add. This is 0, negative 8 and positive 5x is negative 3x. So that's sort of my remainder. So x minus 4 goes into the first 2 terms, negative 2x times. Negative 2x times that first part equals this. Everything opposite, add. Now I bring down my next term, which is plus 2. And I think, how many times does x minus 4 go into negative 3x plus 2? I look at my first ones. X goes into negative 3x, negative 3 times. Then I check negative 3 times all of this gives me negative 3x, and negative 3 times negative 4 is plus 12. If I add it like this, I get negative 6. I need to make it opposite, opposite. So now I have 0, and this adds to be negative 10. I have nothing else to bring down. So negative 10 is my remainder. Remember how we write remainders? We write minus 10 over this first divisor, x minus 4. And ta-da! This is my answer. It's long, but stick with it. It's doable. Whoops. Let's try another one. This one's a little tricky. First, we write each polynomial in descending order. So this first one would be x squared minus 6, and the second one would be x minus 2. Which one's bigger? Well, this first one has an x squared in it. Actually, it can be written with x squared, and if you want to know the truth, it's 0x minus 6. We need to put the missing x term in there with a 0 so that we have like a placeholder. If I told you we were dividing 506 by 2, if I didn't have this 0 placeholder, then I would get the wrong answer. My numbers would not line up over, my answers would not line up over it. So we need a 0 placeholder. Now we're writing this large term, x squared plus 0x minus 6, under the division bridge. My divisor is out to the left. And I think to myself, how many times does x go into x squared? Well, it goes in there x times, because x times x is x squared, and x times negative 2 is negative 2x. Opposite, opposite, add. Opposite, opposite, add. You have to make them opposite. This becomes 0. This becomes 2x. And now I bring down my next term, negative 6. X goes into 2x 2 times. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. Opposite, opposite, add. Make everything opposite. This is 0. This is negative 2. There's nothing else to bring down. So negative 2 is my remainder. So I write my remainder as a fraction over the divisor x minus 2. You could go back and check your answer by multiplying this times x minus 2. So I could multiply everything in this answer times x minus 2. Minus 2 minus 2 over x minus 2 times x minus 2. And I would end up with what is under the bridge after I distribute. So that would be x squared minus 2x plus 2x minus 4 minus, these cancel, minus 2. And these two become 0, negative 2 and positive 2. And these two become minus 6. And this is what I began with. There you go. We'll practice this more in class. You attempt the practice set in your book.